toy friends. So today we're taking a look at two Fresh Squad dolls. If you don't know, Fresh Squad is part of the Fresh Dolls doll brand. They're the boy dolls, basically. And Fresh Dolls, if you don't know, is a multicultural doll brand focusing mostly on girl dolls, but they do have actually quite a few boy dolls, surprisingly. So they have this line, which is called the Fresh Squad Platinum line, which has 3 dolls, and I actually have one of them already. This is Amari. He is so handsome. So handsome. Probably my favorite out of the 3, honestly. And then I also have Anthony from Rock the Bells. So here he is. Also quite handsome. But yeah, so the funny thing about these two purchases is that these were kind of like panic buys, because I had heard rumblings on the interwebs that Fresh Dolls was going out of business. And I don't know if that's true. These could just be rumors. But there are certain things that have been happening that make it seem that is the direction that they're going, but who knows? The most obvious, apparent thing that's been happening is that they removed all of their dolls from their website, so you can't buy directly from their website anymore. Used to be able to, but now they removed everything. Also, these dolls are showing up in City Trend stores, which I was not familiar with City Trends. I feel like they're like a Ross, TJ Maxx kind of store. I'm not 100% sure. I've never been to one. I actually do have one in the city that I could go to at some point, but and the reason the reason I know about that is that I watched Barbie's GBF video that they did on this particular situation. They also took a look at the Fresh Squad dolls. So I encourage you to check out their video after you watch this one, of course. But they kind of go into all of the rumors and reasonings and all that stuff. I won't get into that here, but go watch their video. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get into Miles and Ian. These are big boxes. They're so big. And I kind of wish the seller had smaller boxes. I'm sure I would have paid a little less for shipping, but here we are. Also, I did not pay. So these were originally $30 on the Fresh Squad website, plus taxes and all that came out to like $40, and I think that's how much I paid for Amari. And I ended up paying around $50 for each of these, so I paid an extra like $10. The kicker of everything is that since these dolls are showing up in City Trends, they're showing up for $9, which I'm like, of course they are. Of course they are. So if you are interested in any of these Fresh Squad dolls, check out City Trends if you have a City Trends in your area. I don't know if it's all Fresh dolls or just the Fresh Squad. But yeah, there's your money savings tip, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open these guys up, and we'll take a closer look at the actual dolls. All right, I have them out of their boxes, or their shipping boxes. So here is Miles. Hopefully I can show you without the glare, but here he is. And then here is Ian. Here they are. I will show you, I'll show you Ian's package. I mean, they're the same, obviously, but you have the Fresh Squad logo up top, and then the Platinum Collection right here, Series FS1. So I don't know if they're probably planning on doing a second series. And then Ian is his name right there, and then blah, blah, blah. And then, there's a story. There's a story for Ian on the side here, and you can pause if you want to read it. And then there's a story from Dr. Lisa, who started Fresh Dolls. So that's here on the back, and you can read that as well. But yeah, so it's an interesting. I kind of dig the shape of these because it's I don't even know what this shape is called. It's like rounded on the one side, but like square on the other. It's kind of Rainbow High-esque. It's a lot taller than Rainbow High. These are like pretty tall. So yeah, and then for Miles, basically the same thing. Miles, his story, and then the same thing on the back. So yeah, let me go ahead and open these guys up, and we'll take a closer look at the actual dolls. All right, I got them out of their boxes. I am so happy to have these in hand. They are so good. They're so good. Okay, so we'll start with Miles first. So here is Miles. This is his front and his back. So first impressions, he looks so good. He looks so good. I love the color scheme on this doll. Like all the browns, it looks so good. It looks so good. He looks so cool. But also another thing that I noticed before we get into this actual doll, I think there's only one head sculpt for all the boys. Because I was looking at him, he definitely shares a face sculpt with Amari. I'm pretty sure it's the same head sculpt. And then also with Anthony. And even with Ian, who we're going to look at in a second, even though he's a completely different skin color, I'm pretty sure it's the same head sculpt. So that was the first thing I actually noticed. But yeah, no, he's great. So let's just take a look at him from top to bottom. So obviously, he's got these braids in his hair. Also, I am not 100% sure on what these are called, so please forgive me on that. So please in the comments let me know what these are, what this like hairstyle is actually called. I'm calling them braids because they're kind of braided, so but please feel free to correct me. I don't know, it's cool. It's a really cool hairstyle. I like longer hair on dolls in general, so I kind of gravitated towards this one anyway. But yeah, he's got such a sweet face as well, which is kind of what drew me to Amari initially. They're very similar. They have very similar faces. Super cute, handsome. And then if we move down to his outfit, so he's wearing this like faux leather jacket, and there's an actual zipper on it. Let me see if it actually zips. So if it actually zips, that would be amazing. Look at that. It actually zips. I kind of messed it up at the bottom, but it's not like connecting, but it actually zips. So that's impressive. We don't get a lot of doll clothes in this scale with actual working zippers. It can be done. I'm looking at you, Mattel. I'm looking at you, MGA. Yeah, that's the thing with like these like smaller doll brands, is that they actually put the effort into making things nice. Some of them, and it just makes the other guys look not great. But yeah, it is possible. And yeah, this jacket is really cool. I like the texture. It's like I said, like a faux leather kind of, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an animal print, maybe, but it isn't lined per se. Like this, the front panel is lined, but then the back is just a single piece of fabric. And then underneath, he is wearing this Fresh Squad's shirt in yellow, and the material is like a spandexy kind of shiny material. stretchy also, which is nice. And then his pants are these, these like brown. Are these also? No, these are like, there's a little stretch to these pants, but it definitely has like stitching and all that. No actual pockets or anything, which is fine. And it does Velcro in the back. So there's that. And then he's got some very simple brown boots. So super cute. I love like basic clothing on dolls. I think it makes them look more realistic and more like relatable. So I do appreciate anytime we get just like a simple outfit. And then as far as articulation goes, he can move his head side to side, up and down, shoulder, elbow, wrist, nothing at the waist, hip, and then knee. And then he does have ankle articulation too. So that is also lovely. He can sit, he kind of sits at a perpendicular angle. Definitely a lot better than some other dolls that I've seen. And then let's go ahead and I will take his clothes off I'll show you what his body looks like in case you are curious. This is what his looks like with his shirt. His shirt does Velcro all the way up, which I love. I love it. Easy on and off doll clothing is my favorite. And then we'll take his shoes off. All right, so here he is in the buff. So this is what his body looks like. It's a pretty standard male body. He's got some abs. And then, like I said, his ankles are articulated, which is nice in a boy doll. And his little booty. But yeah, so that's what a fresh doll looks like. So one other thing that I noticed while I was redressing him, the bottoms of his boots are purple. No reason for them to be purple, but you know, unless they were molded in purple and maybe painted brown, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but I thought that was a nice, cute little detail. Also, I just noticed, I checked the other boys' shoes, including Amari, they're all purple, so I think that's just the thing with the line, which is super cute. But anyway, let's talk about Ian next. Probably my favorite out of these two. So here is Ian. His front and his back. And first impressions of Ian, I love his afro so much. It is so fun. It's so fun, and it's so big and obnoxious, and I love it. So yeah, anyway, let's take a closer look at him. So obviously, the afro, there's so much here. There's so much. It almost like swallows his head a little bit. But I'm okay with that. But yeah, here is a closer look at his face. So you can see it's the same head sculpt, it's just a different skin tone. So if we move down to his outfit, you see he's wearing this leather jacket. It is made of like a pleather material. It feels really nice. It's very soft. I just love this like jacket style. It's really cool. And again, it does have an actual working zipper. I can't get over the working zipper. That's so cool. And then there's some rivets up here. And then if we open up his jacket, we have his purple shirt here. This is made of the same material as Miles' shirt, so it's like the stretchy spandex material. Although he has a long sleeve shirt. So they could have just given everyone short sleeve shirts, but and usually with boy dolls, whenever there's like a jacket or a coat or something, they usually cut corners and they'll cut like the sleeves off. to make it easier for the jacket to go on and off. But I do like it when they actually have actual sleeves. That's really nice. And yeah, the jacket fits fine. So yeah, super nice. This collar is insane. This collar is so big in the back. It's so big. And then his jeans, he's got like this like black, it's like a black denim that he's wearing. Same material as the other, as Miles's pants, but it's just in this like black denim pattern. I don't know if it's actually denim. It could be. It's got a little stretch to it, but it feels nice. It's like it's substantial, so that's lovely. And then he's got some black boots. I love a good simple black boots. It's all molded, and then like I said, he's got purple soles. So here are Miles and Ian. Yeah, I am so happy. I'm so happy and glad that I decided to pick these up, even though it was kind of a panic buy. But I'm ultimately like really happy that I'm actually kind of kicking myself that I didn't pick these up sooner, because I love these. These are awesome. Also, he will they'll be reunited with their brother. So these are the three from the Platinum collection. So very happy that I have them now. And yeah, I would recommend, if you're into boy dolls, these are definitely worth it. But yeah, definitely check out City Trends if you have one in the area. Otherwise, yeah, unfortunately, you'll have to go to like eBay or Mercari or some place to pick these up. But I really love these guys, so I recommend. So let me know in the comments below if you have any of these Fresh Squad dolls, or if you have any of the other Fresh Squad, like the boy dolls from the Fresh Dolls line. I'd love to know which ones you have. And as always, thank you so very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, hype, do all the YouTube things. And I hope you're having a lovely one whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you next time.